Recess was my favorite thing as a child. It was there that I remember pushing the boundaries of who I thought I was and who others told me I could be. I remember spending hours after school practicing kickball just so that when recess came the next day, I would be ready, which is like really funny looking back on it because I wasn't athletic at all. But that's the beauty of it. At recess, it didn't matter because recess was the place where anything was possible. What if we viewed God's presence like that, as our place of freedom and passion and self-discovery and joy? What if spending time with Him was what we look forward to most every single day of our life? You see, I believe we were all created to dwell in and yearn for His presence. I believe it's in His presence alone that we truly come alive. And as we know, Jesus came to restore us to God's presence, but yet so many of us are living disconnected from it. So many of us have not been taught how to enter into His presence and live. That was me for most of my Christian life. I lived for Jesus, I served, I led, I knew a whole lot about Him, but honestly, I didn't really know Him. It's kind of like if you think of the story of sisters Mary and Martha. So Martha's the sister who's really busy, doing really good things, serving Jesus, everything like that. And Mary's the sister who Jesus says is actually doing the better thing, which is sitting at His feet and learning Him and knowing Him in His presence. So out of that story, I was Martha, hands down, absolutely, completely Martha my whole life. I was so busy doing the things of God that I never took the time to just sit and be with Him. And in the midst of it, it's like I was so focused on my knowledge of God that I couldn't even see that I didn't really know Him. But then one day, God started changing all of that for me. And as He did, everything started to change. Recess is, in many ways, the journey of going from being a Martha to a Mary. That it's the process of getting over yourself and getting into God. The journey of breaking free from our addiction to striving, to learning how to do that thing that Jesus talked about, abiding. And that, guys, is a process, a messy, beautiful, vulnerable process, and it's going to require commitment, and it's going to feel a little bit more like therapy sometimes than recess per se, but guys, I can guarantee you with my whole life that it is absolutely and totally worth it, and here's why.
So essentially through recess, I was able to transform from religion to relationship. And I think a lot of times people can hear that over and over again. And what does that really mean? But I think for me, it came to the final aha moment where I was able to understand that experiencing the Lord's presence, the fullness of His presence, the fullness of His love, the fullness of who He is, that is what transforms everything. And I had just been missing it for so long, but the process just completely transformed me.
Recess gave me the tools to live this life abiding in Christ as a daily lifestyle. It's more than just that camp high. It's brought me into a place where I can know Him every single day the same way.
From the outside looking in, nothing has changed about my life. Same job, same family, same relationships. The thing that's changed is my heart, and it's been made new. And as a result of that, my entire life has changed.
Intimacy with God was never meant to be just a camp high. It was meant to be the story of our whole life, and God is committed to drawing us into that glory as we walk with Him and seek Him. Because as you learn to seek God, which is what we're going to do in recess, you will find Him. And as you find Him, you will know Him. And as you know Him, truly know Him, your whole life will start to change from one degree of glory to the next because it's what He promises. So ladies, are you ready for recess?